Hi everyone, Christian Harris from Slip Safety Services, back with another video about chimes in this Sliptember 2021. Hope you're enjoying all of the content that we're putting out there so far for your benefit, interest and education. So today I'm going to talk about the H in chimes, which is heel. Now, quite clearly, for a slip to occur, there needs to be a foot involved, just as there needs to be a floor surface involved as well. That's very simple and easy to understand, but as with all of the chimes, there's quite a lot of detail and depth that goes beyond that. So let's dive into three key questions you need to consider when you're thinking about a risk assessment for slip safety and the element of heel. So the three key questions that I think you should be asking are who, what and where. So firstly, who is going to be wearing footwear? Is it a member of staff, in which case you can potentially control the footwear, or is it a member of public, in which case it's very difficult to control footwear? That means that heel might not actually be a control measure that is within your control at all. But also, who, from the perspective of staff, means what are they doing as well? So if you are twisting, turning, pushing, pulling, carrying, you need more friction between the foot and the floor than if you're just walking simply as normal in a straight line. So thinking about who is doing the activity of walking, what exactly are they doing and why is really important. Next, we need to think about what. So this means what is it that's on their feet? And what most people think of when they think of safety shoes is a steel toe cap and some ankle protection and some kind of textured sole on the shoe, and their intuition, their estimation, their assumption is that that shoe is going to be slip resistant. In reality, there's a big difference between a safety shoe and a slip resistant shoe, and it's critical to understand what exactly the sole of your shoe is giving you in terms of slip safety. The best test to use for this is something that the HSE has developed called GRIP. There is an EN standard, but it's pretty easy to pass. It doesn't really tell you that much, whereas the GRIP test will look at different types of contamination, different areas within a building, and give you a lot more of a robust view as to whether a shoe is slip resistant or just a safety shoe that has a bit of texture on the sole. And then lastly, where's this shoe going to be worn? And I've touched on this a little bit. This type of shoe you need, the type of sole on the shoe to give slip resistance on a poolside is very different to in a kitchen, for example. And let's think about other types of jobs where you're not necessarily even inside buildings. What about if you're walking on grass, if you're a gardener? What if you're working for a logistics company and you're making deliveries to people's homes? So it's really important when you're planning what to do around footwear and heel to think about where these shoes are going to be worn, who's going to wear them, and what exactly therefore do they need on their feet. So again, as we saw with contamination, and this will be a recurring and running theme throughout this chimes model, there's probably a little bit more depth to this subject than you might have expected. Hopefully this video has given you some good tips and hints on what to do and what to look for. Tomorrow I'm going to run through a case study of where specifying the right footwear in the right area for the right people has had a big effect on the outcome of reducing the number of slips and falls quite significantly, trying to bring this to life and into the real world. See you then.